Have you ever tried to compare internet prices and speeds? It's harder than you think. With introductory pricing, hidden fees, and confusing speed terminology, it's easy for consumers to not know what they are paying for when it comes to broadband. To solve this problem, the FCC has mandated that internet service providers provide broadband nutrition labels. Now, consumers will be able to see clearly what an internet service provider is providing and compare their options so they can make their best buying decision. In this episode of Smithville Smart, we will be sharing about broadband labels and how to read them. Let's get started. Why and how have the broadband labels been mandated? Back in 1990, Congress passed the Nutrition Labeling and Education Act, which gave the Food and Drug Administration authority to require nutrition labeling for most food products. This allowed Americans to be more informed consumers by helping them to know what is in the food they purchase. Similarly, the Federal Communications Commission has recently required internet service providers to display broadband nutrition labels. Broadband labels will look similar to nutrition labels. They have uniformity to keep the information clear from provider to provider. These labels are easily accessible and clearly label broadband prices, introductory rates, data allowances, and broadband speeds, among other things. They are designed to create transparency in pricing and service for consumers. Broadband nutrition labels also include links to information about the service provider's network, management practices, and privacy policies. Terms and conditions will be clearly displayed so it will be easier to understand, meaning no hidden fine print. The goal of these new broadband labels is to enable consumers to better understand their current or potential new internet service. What information is on a broadband label? Each label will include the provider's name, details about the monthly price, any additional charges or discounts, the typical speed for that plan, data included, and contact information for customer support. According to the FCC, providers must display the labels for all available plans at the point of sale on their website and any other channels through which their service is sold. For example, at an internet service provider storefront or third-party owned retail locations. Providers with 100,000 or more subscribers should have provided their labels in April of 2024. Smaller providers, like Smithville, had until October 10, 2024 to comply. How can you read a broadband label? Here's the Smithville Consumer Fiber Internet Broadband Label. Let's go through each aspect of the label and what they mean. The first section will be the company name and the product title. Following that is the price of the product, with details of whether that particular price is a special rate or not, and if it is, what it would be after that initial rate. Additional information would state whether this product requires a contract. The next section details any other charges when purchasing the product, such as installation fees or activation fees, any consequences for terminating the service, and additional charges from other items such as taxes. Moving on, the next section has an area where you are able to check for any options associated with bundling services that could reduce costs. A full explanation of the speed and latency follows that section. The next section gives details of any data restrictions with the product, and if so, information about additional charges on that data. Following that, there is a section with links to network management and privacy policies. Then to finish up, the last two sections give information about contact details for the company and how to receive customer support. Then a link to the FCC website where you can get even more information about this particular broadband label with the unique label identifier displayed. Broadband labels will help us all understand internet services better. If you can clearly see and understand information, you can make better choices about the products and services you are buying. Check the Smithville website for our very own nutrition label here. Simply type in your address, and if you are in an area that can receive our service, the label will show. See you again soon on Smithville Smart.
To learn more about Smithville's services, visit smithville.com or call 833 768 4853.